Many towing companies end up paying more than they should for phone calls. In this video, I'll show you how to lower your cost per phone call, avoid common budget wasting mistakes, and get better results without overspending. So let's get started. So guys, we're in our Google Ads dashboard, and if you're a towing company and if you think you're overpaying for phone calls, in this video I'm going to share some strategies that you can use and you can reduce your cost per phone call. And this is my manager account, and as you can see, for the last 30 days we've generated 542 phone calls and 956 conversions, and most of these phone calls are generated by me, and I manage most of those accounts. And for some industries the conversion rate can be much higher. It can be like close to 30%, and in some industries it can be lower depending on how expensive the service is. But for towing services it can be much higher. It can be at the higher end, and the cost per phone call is going to be much cheaper as well. Under this manager account there are different local service businesses. That's why the average numbers are different, and we're going to see some strategies and what you can do to get lower cost per phone call for towing industry. So the first thing that you need to pay attention to is to target high intent keywords. This is one of the biggest factors to lower the cost per phone call and to increase the conversion rate. And with that way you can increase the quality of your phone calls. So your type of keywords should be high intent and should be searched by somebody who is looking for your service. And if the nature of the keywords is like they're urgently looking for the type of service you're offering, there is a high chance that you can get phone calls. And not only that, the quality of the phone calls can be much higher with those kind of keywords. So try to target the keywords with the highest intent, and people around you should be looking for your service. So they should be looking for something like towing services near me, or they should be urgently looking for your service. And if you target those kind of keywords, you can increase the chance of closing that deal very easily. So that's one of the biggest factors when it comes to campaign creation, and there are your keywords. A quick reminder, if you want my free video on how I doubled my phone calls using 2 key strategies in Google Ads, you can click the link in the description below and I'll send it to you right away. And the next thing is to use the correct bid strategy. So for towing services, you can use maximize conversions bid strategy. You can also use manual CPC, but if you're going to use maximize conversions bid strategy, your cost per click can be much higher. So let's say on average your cost per click in your industry is $10. But with maximize conversions, you can easily get $20 cost per click, or you can even get higher cost per click because you're not putting any limit. But if you're using manual CPC, you can limit how much you're paying per click, and you can get more clicks, and proportionally you can get more conversions. So choosing the right bid strategy from the start is key. Most of the time I would use manual CPC and try to limit the cost per click amount I am paying for each keyword, and in that way I can get more number of clicks, and that can increase the chance of getting more conversions with those number of clicks. But in certain cases you may prefer to use maximize conversion, and maximize conversions can bring you as many conversions as possible within your budget. And after you've generated some data, you can switch your strategy from maximize conversions by putting the cost per conversion limit. For example, in the towing industry you're expecting to get cost per conversion of $25, so each conversion you're getting is going to cost around $25, and you have enough data that you can see they're going to cost you around $25. In that case, you can use maximize conversion strategy, and you can put your target CPA, or you can put the limit of cost per conversion as $25. But if you have generated enough data with manual CPC and you're generating good number of phone calls with manual CPC, you can continue using manual CPC, and you can optimize your keywords with manual CPC. So you have more flexibility by using manual CPC. You can bid more with the keywords which are bringing more number of phone calls with cheaper cost per phone call, and you can bid less with certain keywords which are not performing good. So you can use either maximize conversions or manual CPC, and with maximize conversions, once you have generated enough data, you can switch to target CPA. And the next thing is you should be tracking your phone calls accurately. So let's say you have spent $1,000, but your phone call tracking is not accurate and it is showing like just 3 conversions. You don't know which campaigns are performing good or which keywords you should focus more on. And to get a clear picture of how your campaigns and keywords are performing, you should have accurate conversion tracking. So you should be tracking each and every kind of phone call so that you're going to optimize your campaigns accordingly. So you should have phone call tracking both from your call extensions and from your website. And once you have set up your conversion tracking, you can make data-driven decisions, and you can optimize your campaigns, and you can improve your performance even more. And if you want to get as many phone calls as possible in certain campaigns and with certain keywords, you can do that because you have generated some data that it is showing in the past you have generated conversions with certain keywords. And if you're gonna give more chance to those kind of keywords, you can generate even more number of phone calls. And that's why tracking phone calls right from the start is crucial, and you should be doing that before launching your campaign. campaigns. And the next one is to choose correct match type. So as always, we can go to tools and planning, and you can put one or two keywords, and you can get certain number of keywords, and you can add them as your target keyword, but you shouldn't be adding them as they are. Otherwise, they're going to be added as broad match. And in towing industry, there can be two options, either phrase match or exact match. If you're going to use phrase match, even phrase match can attract lots of brand terms, and phrase matches can also waste a lot of your budget. Just be careful when using phrase matches. If you're using phrase matches, you should monitor your search terms report every day and add competitor terms every day. For example, in your location, if you're using phrase matches, sometimes you may not see more number of brand terms, and that's good. That means you can equally use phrase matches along with exact matches, and you can get cheaper cost per click because you're not relying more on exact match, which can cost higher. So if in your location, if you're using phrase matches, and phrase matches can attract a lot of competitor terms, you should be monitoring your search terms report every day, and you should be adding your competitor names as negative keywords. And in that way, you won't receive any clicks from those kind of irrelevant terms from users. You won't be wasting your budget for those kind of irrelevant clicks. So if in your location you're using phrase match, and phrase matches are bringing lots of competitor terms, you should be checking your search terms report every day, and you should be adding negative keywords. Otherwise, you shouldn't be using phrase match. But if in your location you're using phrase match and they're bringing very few competitor terms, you can keep using phrase matches with lower cost per click, and you should sometimes add competitor terms as negative keywords so that you won't get clicks from those kind of irrelevant terms. So choosing the correct match type right from the start is also important. And another way to reduce cost per phone call is to optimize your landing pages to receive phone calls. So your landing pages can have multiple call to actions. So you can have call to actions at the header section, you can have chat widget here, or you can have call us button, contact us now, form submission section. You can have lots of call to actions, as well as you may have lots of information about your website. So you can have review section, you can have certifications and other information. If user have short attention span, they may not take action at all. Instead, you can have very few call to action. So let's say if you want to get phone calls, try to have only phone call button. That's it. Rather than having form submissions, chat widgets, or other call to actions, try to have only phone call button and try to put it at the visible section of your website. And if you click the link in the description below, I'm going to share with you two strategies. I use it in Google Ads that doubled the number of phone calls, and one of the strategies is using correct landing pages. You can click the link in the description below and see the examples of those landing pages from that video, and that's how landing pages should be created to get as many phone calls as possible. And the next strategy is to use ad extensions. So try to use ad extensions, and the ad extensions can be used along with your ad, and they can be callouts, structured snippets. So let me show you an example. So this is an example ad. After your two descriptions or one description, they can be callouts and structured snippets. And you can put site links, as you can see from here. And you can also put your phone number. So that would be your call extension. And for some ads, you can see call extensions. And with some ads, you may not see call extension. And as you can see from here, we are seeing call extensions now. But certain times, we may not see call extensions. So if you're going to use your extensions, your ad can look bigger and it can take more space, and the more space it takes, the bigger the ad looks like, and the click-through rate can be higher. So let's say in one screen you can have 3 ads, but if your ad is bigger, Google Ads can show only 2 ads, and there is a high chance that you can get more clicks. Let's say you can get 5 to 20% more clicks. So the more extensions you use, the bigger the ad looks like. And the next thing is to add as many negative keywords as possible. So we can add negative keywords from here by going to the keyword section and adding negative keywords from there, or we can go to tools, and under shared library, we can go to exclusion list and add negative keywords from the negative keyword lists. So we can apply to certain campaigns, or we can apply them as an account level. So adding negative keywords regularly to clean your search terms report is key. So you can go to your campaign, and under insights and reports, go through your search terms report and make sure that the search terms you're getting are relevant to the services you're offering. And you shouldn't be getting any search terms that does not have buyer intent. If you're gonna get those kind of search terms, you can add them as negative keyword as campaign level, or you can add them as negative keyword as an account level, as I've shown from the exclusion list. So you should be doing that regularly to clean your search terms report, and you can increase the chance of getting higher quality clicks, and the phone calls you're receiving is going to be higher quality as well. And with that way, you can waste less budget for those kind of irrelevant clicks, and your cost per phone call can go down. And the last thing would be using precise targeting. For some accounts that might be obvious, but I've seen some accounts making this mistake, using precise targeting. So if you're targeting a certain location, you should be targeting people located in that location rather than targeting also people interested in that location, because otherwise your ads can be seen from areas outside of your target location. So people from other countries can also see your ad. So let's say you're targeting the keyword towing services in New York, but your target location can include people who has shown interest in that location. So people from other countries, if they're using that exact specific keyword, they can also see your ad because of that setting. So that's why you should be targeting people actually located in that location rather than also targeting people who have shown interest in that location. So these are one of the main things you should focus on to reduce the cost per phone call in the towing industry. So again, if you guys want to know how I double the number of phone calls in Google Ads by including two strategies, you can click the link in the description below and I'll send a video of how I did that right away. Or if you want my help to generate phone calls to your towing business with Google Ads, you can contact me by visiting my website. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching this video and see you guys in my other videos.